Hi, I'm Anna. Last August we packed up our life in New York and left the US with our toddler, and not much of a plan. The idea was to travel slowly, 3 months here, 3 months there, just to try things out. But then we got to Argentina and things changed. In this video I'll be sharing how to raise kids with 4 languages and why, even though we didn't plan it, we are still here. So yeah, originally we thought just to travel around, travel while the kids are small, let them see different cultures, try different foods, live light. But after I gave birth here in Buenos Aires, my husband found out that because our daughter was born here, we could apply for residency and then even citizenship. And he goes, why not? It just made sense. I mean, in today's world, having another passport, another option, is not a bad idea. But it wasn't just about the passport. Something about being here actually felt good. Our son started kindergarten, which was a surreal moment for me. He came home saying things like "Dale mama" in this full-on Argentinian accent. We live in the neighborhood where we could walk everywhere. Playgrounds, cafes, parks, people here really like kids. For me, what changed a lot was having help. At first it was my parents. They stayed with us for 6 months, and now we have a full-time nanny, which made such a big difference, especially with no friends or family around. So instead of traveling from country to country, we thought, why not stay a bit longer? Try to learn the language, get to know the culture, let the kids settle just a little. Right now we are raising kids with 4 languages. I speak mostly Ukrainian/English to them, my husband English/Portuguese. We speak English between us. And then everything else around, playgrounds, kindergartens, everything else in Spanish. It sounds a little chaotic, and it is. But our toddler already understands all 4. He knows who speaks what. English is still his main language, but Spanish I feel like catching up fast. We are not doing anything structured to teach them. No lessons, no flashcards, just regular life. That said, we do think about what it means long term, like what if they grow up speaking 4 languages but don't feel fluent in any of them? That's part of that why we want to go to Brazil and Ukraine at some point, not to live forever, but spend some real time so kids can hear the language, live in the culture, feel like it's part of who they are. Even with English, since neither of us are native speakers, we try to be intentional. We play shows like Mrs. Rachel or put some English show or audiobook so they can actually hear how it sounds. Right there, ka-chow!
Yeah, ka-chow!
I lived in the US for over 10 years and I still don't sound native, obviously. Same for my husband. You can learn a language, but accent, that's the whole different story. That was one of the reasons why I delayed with this channel. I kept thinking my English isn't perfect, I have an accent, and yeah, I do have an accent. But at some point I got tired of that excuse. I said, life is too short. If I wait until I sound like someone I'm not, I'll never say anything. And I don't want my kids to grow up thinking they have to be perfect to speak. Still, if they end up sound natural in all 4 languages, great, why not? Even the nanny we chose is Brazilian, so the kids could hear Portuguese at home. And I like it too. I want to keep learning, not just for them, but for me as well. So for now, this is home, but we are still a bit restless. We are not staying in one place forever. We just came back from 1 month travels in Brazil. From Brazil, our first big trip as a family of 4. And wow, travel with kids, it's not a vacation. Even though we decided to base ourselves here for now, it doesn't mean we have stopped moving. We still travel often and we still don't have a permanent address. This is actually our 5th apartment here in Argentina. Picking up our lives into suitcases has become second nature. And even though my husband is from Latin America, Argentina is still a different country, different system, different rules. We've lost money, we've made mistakes, we've figured things out the hard way. So I definitely have stories to tell and some practical advice I wish someone had told me earlier. If you are curious to know what this kind of life really looks like, the chaos, the growth, the good, the bad, I'd love you to subscribe. I'll be sharing more about what's working, what's not. So yeah, we packed up our life in New York and somehow it led us here. 5 apartments later, 2 kids, 4 languages, a life we never planned, but I can't imagine any other way.